Hey y'all, this is my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review. Now a little Bravo news before I start the review. Did y'all hear the rumors that Andy Cohen and Watch What Happens Live might not be on the network anymore? I'm really curious of how that's going to work because Andy Cohen has become like the face of the network, and then Watch What Happens Live, like that really helps like the Housewives storyline and stuff like that. Like, are they going to just get another host, or are they just going to get rid of the entire show? I, for one, think they need a new host. I'm a little tired of Andy Cohen personally, so I wouldn't mind them getting a new, younger host. But anyway, let's get into Salt Lake City. So we open the episode with Whitney meeting Lisa, of all people, and it looks like they've really made the promise to build a friendship with each other. So they decided to do this aerial aerobics activity where you're suspended in the air and you swinging and stuff like that. Now, if it's one thing Whitney's good at, it's swinging. And wow, they look like they're actually having a fun time together. You'd think they've been friends for a long time. There is something about Lisa though, and me and Alex talked about it. It's just something about her is just so disingenuous. Like she just comes off so phony. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just can't see myself liking her in real life. So they're getting along, but they're definitely shading each other in their confessionals. So next scene, we are at Mary's house. Mary. And it looks like her grand-husband is back living with her. She's reminding us that Robert Sr. during the pandemic was in Florida and they were separated for a year. And she actually didn't mind it. Every single scene that she's in is awkward and uncomfortable. Like, this man looked like he does not want to talk to her at all. He's very annoyed and bothered by her. Yeah, she's getting on his effing nerves, but if I was Mary and looking at him cook that chicken, I would be concerned too. Wait, Mary, how did we get to you liking rice and long grain? What? And then the eyes that be bugging out when she be talking. Ever since the season started, Mary does not like the company of her family at all. Like, she talks about her son, she talks about, last season, she talked about that poor woman. I forgot what she was to her, her cousin or her niece or something that was working for her. Talked about her like a dog, can't stand the company of her husband. But then she says she don't like being alone. I wonder if they're gonna get a divorce anytime soon. They need to, or is she gonna wait till he dies? So next scene, we're with Lisa. They're doing that little activity where you have your bare feet and you have the little fish eating at your toes or something, or sucking your toes. I don't know what activity that is. But then Jennie is meeting her, and of course we're greeted to the Jennie. I will keep that on loop. She says it's so crazy. Oh, okay, so Meredith is joining them too. Meredith! Why does she keep doing that to people's names? Their first topic of conversation is Lisa talking about how she was hanging out with Whitney, and she says she's actually enjoying her. Afterwards, Jennie's letting the ladies know that she's having a problem in her marriage, specifically with her husband wanting her to have more kids. She had 13 pregnancies and 10 miscarriages. What? And her husband wants her to have more kids? In her 40s. Wow. 10 miscarriages? Ladies, that is bonkers. And her daughter passed away at 42 weeks. Oh my God. That is traumatizing. So of course Jennie is emotional telling this story. She's also saying how traumatized her husband was by this. So it's perplexing to me why he's badgering her for another kid. Meredith suggests that the both of them go to counseling, and I could not agree more. Next scene, we're with Jen, and she's at the jewelry store. She's accompanied by her first assistant, y'all know the one that's indicted along with her, and she plans on surprising the rest of the ladies with something nice. So the jeweler has a smart idea of, why don't you get them snowflakes? And the symbolism of no two snowflakes are alike, and not only that, but it's the logo of the franchise. While I do think this is nice of Jen, I just can't help but think she's buying their friendship. I want to know if they're going to tell us how much all this costs. $2,700 a piece, and she's going to get 6 of them. I'm not fast on my math. Let me look that up right quick. $16,200. Okay, I mean, That's like a pricey Chanel bag, maybe? I mean, that could work, but I mean, knowing now where she getting that money from. So next scene, we're with Heather at her house and she's talking to her daughter. Uh-oh. This kind of looks like a Best Fiend scene, but I'll give her a chance. Ooh, Heather is laying it on thick with this storyline of, I was sheltered, I couldn't do all this, I'm living vicariously through my daughter. We get it. We heard about this season 1. Now, I like Heather, but you trying to explain to your daughter the birds and the bees when she's about to go to college, she's like 17, 18. Yeah, I think she knows. She is really having this conversation. When a man and a woman, really, really, Heather? You think your daughter is that sheltered? Then she can't even get it out. When a man and a woman... What? Yeah, Heather, I'm sorry, I can't do this. We're gonna fast forward, people. All right, so next scene, we are with Lisa and Whitney again, and this time they're going on a double date with their husbands. I gotta say, they are really trying to build a friendship. But let's see how long this lasts. Oh, so we have a flashback of guys' night, and it was Jen's husband that suggested that Whitney and Lisa's husband go on a double date with them. So it was their idea. I think it's mostly because their husbands are good friends. Uh-oh. So the restaurant that Lisa and her husband took them to was the same people that were supposed to cater their friend Angie's event. Why would Lisa take them there? And then they have the couple that she knows who owns the restaurant come to the table. It looks like Whitney is seeing right through this. So Lisa's friend who owns the restaurant, she brings up the whole Angie situation in front of Whitney, saying, I can't believe Angie did that to you, Lisa. Oh, you can literally, well, production adds in a record scratch, but literally there's a record scratch at the table. Production is hilarious. They're going back in time. And it looks like they've been hanging out a lot since their meeting in the last episode. And now they're just showing how phony Lisa has been this entire time. And now they just slow-mo Lisa's laugh. Oh, God. A1 production. In her confessional, Whitney says that Lisa has just been playing a long game, manipulating her just to get her to this restaurant to prove that she wasn't trying to sabotage Angie's charity event. Whitney calls it out at the table immediately. She's like, are you fucking kidding me right now? This is so staged. Why are you doing this in front of me? And then Whitney calls her the wrong name. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm just really mad right now. I feel bad for Whitney because it seemed like she was genuinely trying to build a friendship with Lisa. In the comments, in the audience, y'all, do y'all think this was staged? This was obviously staged. And whoever this Audrina person is, she's a bad actress. Whitney is getting Lisa together with a smile on her face, like, here I am, thinking that Lisa wanted to be my friend. Lisa is definitely stepped it up from season 1. Now she says in her confessional, Whitney thinks she's on CSI right now. CSI Salt Lake City. Their poor husbands, they just watching them argue right now. They were so close to being friends, so close. I love Whitney right now. Like, Lisa is kind of getting aggravated now, so she's raising her voice. And Whitney's like, I'm fixing my oar right now, because I really don't want to yell at you. Lisa really says she didn't do this. And according to social media, like I said in my last video, it looked like Angie staged all this to put the blame on Lisa. The jury is still out on that. I'm not commenting on that until I see the reunion and they revisit this. It's like I'm so used to seeing Lisa being phony and a snake, it just sounds like something she would do. Whitney just wants to be done with this. She tells Lisa, whatever you did in the past, I am willing to move on with you. Can we please just move on? No past shit. Side note, I can't believe you can't say shit on Bravo now, but you can say pussy and dick. Anyway. Wow, so they really get past this at the table. I really was expecting Whitney to storm out along with her husband, but they call a truce for now. In Whitney's confessional, she says she may never fully trust Lisa. Whitney is giving me a little induced tea right now. Like how I am when I'm on edibles and I'm drinking too. So next scene, we're at the Shah's residence and Coach Shah is kind of training his son right now. He's 15. Jen goes out to bug them and clearly by the look on her son's face, he does not want to be bothered or filmed. He looks so unenthused by his mom's presence right now. Was I like that as a teenager? I think I was. Yeah, I think I was. She's having a conversation with him saying that she wants to volunteer at the school so maybe she can run into him and see him, and it looks like he don't want her there. And he's being very dry and blunt about it. Like, he literally looks like, I don't know what's going on in this young boy's privileged life, but damn, he looks so angry. But his dad is speaking for him right now to get through to Jen that maybe you're coddling him too much. Yeah, moving on from that uncomfortable scene. Next scene, we're with Meredith and Mary as they're meeting up to play tennis. Now, Meredith looks nice, but is she really gonna play tennis in heels, in these boots that she's wearing? Now, see, by the way Mary was talking, I thought she was about to be good at tennis. Looks like she's not. And this was Mary's suggestion to play tennis. Turns out she just wanted to wear the outfit. Ah, okay, I see that Meredith changed her boots into some tennis shoes. Okay. So now they're having a discussion about their marriages, and Meredith, with her husband, he's still traveling back and forth. I mean, looking at Mary's grand-husband, I'm sure she loves the setup of Meredith's marriage. So Mary discloses to Meredith that her and her husband do not sleep in the same room. Is anyone surprised? I'm not. Wow, she does not love that man. I feel like the last time they had sex was when they procreated to make their son. I kind of feel sorry for Mary. Like, has she ever experienced love? Because it seemed like she married out of obligation. So she tells Meredith that, when Robert Jr. moves out the house, it's just going to be her and her grand-husband. But she said that she wants her son to stay, hopefully until he gets married. Because the thought of it just being her and her grand-husband is strange to her. But a couple episodes ago, Mary said that she wanted her son out the house. Like she was encouraging him to join the army. So which is it? Meredith is just nodding her head. She don't know what to say. Wow, she says her whole marriage was based on having her child. So she has to relearn this man. And she is blunt. She's just like, well, I actually don't want to get to know him. They must have some type of arrangement where he gets to do whatever he wants and she gets to do whatever she wants. Damn, she is roasting him in this confessional. I wonder what her grand-husband thinks looking at this. So next scene, we're with Jennie and her husband, and I think this scene is what they're going to end the episode with. So far, it looks like they're having a fun time skiing together. After they finish skiing, they take a break to sit down and talk. So they're talking about their kids and how great they are, and we already know what road this conversation is going down. Let's have more kids. Like, he could not wait to say that on camera. And again, he gets the same deadpan reaction from his wife. Why are you not taking no for an answer? Please give me a reason why you want more kids. He wants more kids so he can help replenish this earth right now. This world is in bad shape. It needs more good people. Is he a cult leader? They were having so much fun at first. Like, you wouldn't think he's a sociopath. I'm really curious why he keeps pressing her about this, knowing that she's had 10 miscarriages and like she's in her 40s. I mean, he's a doctor, but he's like, what, a chiropractor? I don't know. Like, is he crazy? Like, it looks like he wants more kids for sheer vanity. So she reminds him about the miscarriages and how she's went to first term, third term, full term. They were all failed pregnancies and she's crying and he's just looking at her. Now, the way he's looking at her, it looks like she's getting through to him, and then we see him in his own confessional saying that he understands his wife's struggle, but he still says, I want more kids. So now he's talking to her about what he remembers the day that when their child passed, and he's getting really emotional and he's crying. After all that, he says, I just want more kids. Like, it's so creepy. Like, he was just like, I remember all this, but I just want more kids. It's scary. Like, this man is disgusting. And right after he says this, he's like, why don't we get a surrogate? Did you listen to her? She doesn't want a kid. She doesn't want a little kid to take care of. She is stunned. She doesn't know what to say. She's like, I just told this man how I feel about this, and now he's suggesting a surrogate? This is emotional and psychological abuse he is putting this woman through. He just keeps saying it. I just want more kids. I just want more kids. But I don't want an infant running around. I don't want to change diapers. I just want more kids. I just want more kids. He is bringing up adoption now. Oh, jeez. This man has a problem. Boom. He just asked her, how about we get a sister wife? What? I mean, it is Utah, but wow. Her face is cracked that he would even suggest the thing. He is willing to have a sister wife to have more kids. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. A sister wife is like he brings someone else into the relationship, gets them pregnant. So it's just basically a second wife for him. Girl, get a divorce. Get a divorce. Like Adele said, divorce, babe. Divorce. The look on her face right now, she's like, should I kill him? I think I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Like you can see the wheels turning in her head. She then asks, are you serious right now? He is dead ass. So now we see him explaining in the confessional that sister wives isn't strange in his culture. His grandfather had 4 wives. Well, I mean, we are in the 21st century, so maybe those practices are a little outdated. And it looks like she doesn't want to participate in that. Girl, get a divorce. Divorce. Counseling is not going to work. And clearly, I mean, this is the first time she's heard this. She is blindsided and especially shocked that he would admit this on camera. I'm shocked he would admit this on camera. We see Jennie in her confessional saying that, yeah, her dad had multiple girlfriends, but is this something she wants in her marriage? Hell no. That is not racist. I was just imitating how she said it. She also says she is so speechless, and if murder wasn't a felony, she would have killed him. And I really don't blame her. This man is a monster. Like, I don't think I want to see him on my TV anymore. So she says she is dropping this conversation because she is super pissed with him and walks away. And then he calls her back and follows after her, and that is where the episode ends. I really think that I want to fast forward every scene that he's in. Like, this man is a monster, like I said. Overall, this episode was decent. I do wish that they get to Jen Shah's arrest at some point. But, you know, I kind of had the same feelings last season. I was like, oh, they need to pick this up. It's really slow. And then when they went to Vegas, that is when the show like shot up. I was in for it. But yeah, right now the episodes are going kind of slow. Jennie as a housewife, I'm still not sold on it, even though her storyline is very compelling and extremely real. I get that, but I watch Housewives for their interaction with the other women, not her monstrous husband. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought of this scene, and I'm really curious of what y'all think as Jennie as a housewife. Do y'all like her as a housewife? I'm still on the fence. But anywho, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.